If you have not seen, or we know that for the past 15 months, things have been very, very different. And so we really appreciate the library giving us these opportunities to showcase some of our festivals in a mini version. It at least gets the ball rolling again. And some places, some organizations are no longer. Others are still struggling to try to get some kind of a presence. And we do appreciate the many, many years that the library has been our partner and our supporter, and our cheering section as well. This evening, we do have Mary and Phil from the library helping out and attending to whatever it is that we need to make sure that everything goes well. So welcome to them, and thank you for being part of this tonight. What can I say about Valerie and Ben? Well, a lot. They have had, we've had the opportunity to work with Valerie and Ben on numerous occasions. One of my favorite memories was when we did a rhythm workshop with members of the community, from little children all the way to senior citizens, playing spoons and playing all different kinds of instruments that you would never expect to have in your choices of making music. And that was a delightful experience. I've learned personally a lot about the Piedmont Blues tradition through their being part of our programs and through watching them and really growing along with them. Valerie published a book. They've been showcased in magazines. They've traveled to Europe, traveled to Israel, and really are considered to be the heirs to the Piedmont Blues tradition. They keep traditional roots music alive and current, and expose it to new audiences, because the important thing about these traditional music genres is that they could die out. So the same way as certain species and animals and bugs and such things as that can disappear because we don't take care of them and we don't watch out for the kinds of things that could eliminate them. Well, the same kind of thing can happen with traditional music and roots music and Piedmont blues. So having two wonderful people and two talented and extremely knowledgeable people be available to bring this to our audiences is a treasure and a gift for us. And we are really, really appreciative of that. So I would like to turn it over to the Piedmont Bluz acoustic duo, and that's Blues, B-L-U-Z. You look them up, check out their website, check out what they're doing, and stay current with Piedmont Bluz. Take it away.
Thank you so much.
And we have some feedback. We have a bad plug, I think.
A bad plug.
Okay, there we go.
It's all better now?
Yep, all better now.
Okay.
Well, let's test it out with a little music.
Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Benedict Turner, and this is my wife, Valerie Turner, and we're the Piedmont Blues acoustic duo coming to you live from New York City. We're so happy to be here with you this evening, and thank you for joining us.
We play country blues, which is music from the American South that dates back to the late 1800s. The short instrumental that we started with is an old tune called Buck Dance, and you'll find it in the repertoires of early blues musicians like Brownie McGee and, of course, Mississippi John Hurt. This evening, we're going to share a few of our favorite country blues songs with you. But first, we want to acknowledge that today is a holiday called Juneteenth, also known as Freedom Day, Jubilee Day, Liberation Day, and Emancipation Day. It commemorates the date that the Emancipation Proclamation was recognized throughout the United States. The Emancipation Proclamation is an executive order that abolished slavery in the United States, and although it was signed by Abraham Lincoln on January 1st, 1863, some states suppressed this news and slavery continued for an additional 2.5 years. The last state to recognize the Emancipation Proclamation was Texas, and they did so on June 19, 1865. Today, 156 years later, Juneteenth is finally recognized as a federal holiday, so we are especially pleased to be here and to have this opportunity to give our voice to our ancestors by sharing traditional music from the African American culture. Now, the early blues songs that we play capture the history, stories, experiences, and feelings of African Americans in the late 1800s and early 1900s, and this is why we feel that the songs are so important to preserve.
We'll be playing songs from a variety of early blues musicians from places like Arkansas, Washington, D.C., Florida, Mississippi, Louisiana, and South Carolina. We'll be starting with a song called Kansas City Blues by Jim Jackson of Mississippi. This song is one of 500 that helped shape rock and roll.
Okay, let me hear that harp. It sounds about right. Good man, he left me, he never said a word. Now how can I doubt all the rumors I heard? I gotta move to Kansas City. I gotta move to Kansas City. I gotta move, baby, anywhere they don't like you. Well, now I'd rather be a catfish swimming in the sea with lots of handsome men log fishing for me, and I'd move to Kansas City. Yeah, I'd move to Kansas City. Yeah, I'd move, baby, anywhere they don't like you. Well, now you told me you loved me, but that was a lie. It hurt me so bad, and that's the reason why I am going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. They got a crazy way of loving, and I'm gonna get me some. Toss you around and then he throw you away. I gotta move to Kansas City. I gotta move to Kansas City. pack up my bags and head out at dawn. They'll all be asleep, they won't know where I've gone. I gotta move to Kansas City. I gotta move to Kansas City. I gotta move, baby, anywhere they don't like you. Train or hop on a plane. If I gotta walk, I get there just the same. I gotta move to Kansas City. I gotta move to Kansas City. I gotta move, baby, anywhere they don't like you. Well, now I'm standing on the corner, 12th Street and Vine, with my Kansas City baby and a bottle of wine. When I moved to Kansas City, yeah, I moved to Kansas City. Yeah, I moved, baby, anywhere they don't like you. Last time.
Valerie, excuse the interruption, but I can't see the guitar and your finger work. Could you just move back just a little bit?
I can't, because then I would hit Ben's.
Oh, okay, okay. Because that's such a great part of it, is to be able to see.
I will try and show a little more of it.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry.
Let's see. We'll see how long my knee can hold this up here. So, Charlie Jordan of Arkansas wrote a song nearly a century ago that addresses the terror of police raids, which were a common occurrence in African American communities. The song is called Raidin' Squad Blues. One word in the song that might be unfamiliar to you is the word bulls. In the early 1900s, it was another name for policemen because of how aggressive they could be. So when you hear the word bulls in the song, just replace it in your mind with the word police. Now, let me see if I can show more of that guitar. How's that?
Better. Thank you.
It's too late, too late, too late, too late, too late. Too late, too late, too late, too late, too late. I'm on the way to hold over, you know I can't hesitate. These bulls are killing me. These bulls are killing me. I know I am a prisoner, I only want to be free. When I was on my feet, gonna walk down the street, police looking at me from my head to my feet. squad blues, Holdo's killing for me. When I had my money, my friends all ganged around. When I had my money, my friends all ganged around. Now I'm caught in these raids, my friends have thrown me down. When the raids begin, the people begin to squall. When the raids begin, people begin to squall. There ain't no use in squalling, the captain said bring them all. It's too late, too late, too late, too late, too late. Too late, too late, too late, too late, too late. I'm on the way to hold over, you know I can't hesitate. Well, thank you. The land of Beulah is mentioned once, exactly once, in the Bible's Old Testament in the book of Isaiah. And it's mentioned as a place of hope and restoration. Some people think that Beulah land is another name for heaven. John Hurt of Mississippi recorded a song called Beulah Land, not to be confused with a similarly named song by Edgar Stites. We're going to play John Hurt's version for you. And because tomorrow is Father's Day, we'd like to dedicate the song to all the fathers that have transitioned. I got a mother in Beulah land, outshine the sun. I got a mother in Beulah land, outshine the sun. I got a mother in Beulah land, outshine the sun. Way beyond the sky. Come on and go to Beulah land, outshine the sun. Come on and go to Beulah land, outshine the sun. Come on and go to Beulah land, outshine the sun. Way beyond the sky. Beulah land, outshine the sun. Come on and go to Beulah land, outshine the sun. Come on and go to Beulah land, outshine the sun. Way beyond the sky.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Our next song is a traditional murder ballad that tells the story of an encounter in St. Louis in 1895 involving two men, Billy Lyons, and the other man's name was Lee Shelton, whose nickname was Stagger Lee.
Well, the two men had a disagreement that ended up with Stagger Lee shooting and killing Billy Lyons over a Stetson hat. Our arrangement of the song is inspired by the playing, of course, of Mississippi John Hurt, but also of Taj Mahal and John Oates. All three have such lovely versions of the song, and we've stolen bits and pieces from everywhere. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. The tuning is just off a little. Raise your hand if you want me to be in tune.
It sounds gorgeous to me, but you do you.
You know, when it's off just a little bit, it tickles my ear. Police officer, how can it be? You can't arrest everybody, but you're scared of Stagger Lee. He's a bad man, that cruel Stagger Lee. Billy Lyons told Stagger Lee, please don't take my life. I got two little babes and a darling loving wife. He's a bad man, that cruel Stagger Lee. Well, I don't care about your children, I don't care about your wife. You don't stole my Stetson hat, I'm bound to take your life. I'm a bad man, I'm cruel Stagger Lee. Boom, 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 with his 44. Stagger Lee shot Billy Lyons, he left him on that floor. He's a bad man, oh cruel Stagger Lee. Gentlemen of the jury, what you think of that? Stagger Lee shot Billy Lyons for a Stetson hat. He's a bad man, oh cruel Stagger Lee. staggerly. They all watch and die. He's a bad man. Oh, cruel staggerly. Mr. Police Officer, how can it be? You can arrest everybody, but you scatter staggerly. He's a bad man. That cruel staggerly.
Thank you.
Well, now I gotta get back in tuning. I realized that John Oates has a very interesting tuning for that song Staggerly, and I stole that from him. But I always gotta remember to get into that tuning and then get back out. Well, Robert Johnson was a blues musician from the Mississippi Delta. And the rumor is that he sold his soul to the devil in exchange for the ability to play guitar. When the reality is just that he practiced a lot, because that's the only real way to hone a skill. Johnson recorded 29 songs before his mysterious death at the age of just 27. And this is one of them. It's called Dust My Broom. And Elmore James recorded a classic version of it in 1951. But I learned this arrangement from our friend Guy Davis. Doesn't go like that though. Gonna get up in the morning. I believe I dust my broom. I'm gonna wake up in the morning. Yes, I believe I'll dust my broom. You know that gal you've been loving? Honey, you and her can have my room. Gonna write me a letter. Telephone every town I know. I'm gonna write me a letter. Cause if he ain't in West Helena, must be in East Monroe, I know. Oh, I believe I'll go back home. Oh, I believe, yes, I believe I'll go back home. 'Cause I've been mistreated, honey, that's why I'm moving on. Get up in the morning. I believe I'll dust my broom. I'm gonna wake up in the morning.
continue with a medley that includes ragtime pieces by some of our most favorite blues musicians, such as Arthur Blake, Reverend Gary Davis, Memphis Minnie, and John Cephas.
Well, I've been very fortunate in having learned from some truly fantastic musicians, and each has taught me some part of this medley that I call Ragtime Delight. I'll wait for Ben to get all his various bits and pieces together here. Such a complex percussion setup here. You don't know the half of it out there.
Whenever you.
You ready? Okay.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Oh, it's not time for this guitar yet. I'm so sorry. I'm looking over at Ben wondering, why does he have bones in his hands? Okay. I skipped over an entire song, didn't I?
I guess
I
you didn't
sure
want to play
did.
that one.
Maybe not. I'm not sure. Maybe it wasn't meant to be. The song that wasn't meant to be. It's getting played anyway. Well, I had a wonderful mentor and teacher by the name of John Cephas. He was a country blues musician from Washington, D.C., and one of his favorite songs to teach is a piece that he called Ragged and Dirty, which he based on a recording made by William Brown in 1942. Brown's version of the song derives from the original composition, which was by Blind Lemon Jefferson, who called the song Broke and Hungry. So each of these versions is significantly different from the other. So we blended them all together, added our own touches, and we hope that you enjoy this arrangement of the song that really wasn't meant to be today. Here we go. This is bothering me.
Okay. It's my job to make sure you are decent.
Thank you. Well, I'm cold and I'm hungry, ragged and dirty too. Well, I'm cold and I'm hungry, ragged and dirty too. If I clean up, baby, can I spend all night with you? When I went to your window, could not see through the blind. When I
take a moment to share a couple of things with you. Valerie and I have 2 CDs, Country Blues Selections, and that's a wonderful CD. So is the other, Ambassadors of Country Blues. And Valerie recently published a book. We published this book, and we're very proud of it.
Thank you. This book is called Piedmont Style Country Blues Guitar Basics, and it includes over 20 arrangements of various country blues songs, and it spans a variety of tunings and timings. It includes tablature as well as standard notation. And if you're interested in this style of finger picking, it could be a good place to start. Oh, it comes with an audio download of me playing each arrangement. If you're interested in the book or the CDs, head over to our website, which is piedmontbluz.com, and that's blues spelled with a Z, B-L-U-Z. You will find all the information there you might need to place an order, and we're happy to pop it in the mail for you as soon as possible. So, it looks like we have time for one more. And this one, this last song comes with a bit of history. You see, between 1916 and 1970, African Americans moved by the hundreds of thousands from southern towns to northern and western cities to find work and to make a better life. This era was known as the Great Migration. My family was part of that migration, and although I have strong southern roots, I am a product of the Great Migration, and I was born in New York City. We're going to play a song now that speaks to that migration. It tells the story of someone who's leaving Mississippi and moving north to Illinois. The song is called Illinois Blues, and it was composed by Skip James, a Delta blues musician from Mississippi. This is another great song that I learned from my mentor, John Cephas, that great country blues musician I mentioned from Washington, D.C. forgot how to play the song.
Come on, continue.
Oh.
It's that one note, that one note. You can get past that one note.
Maybe. I gin my cotton, I sell my seed. Gin my cotton and I sell my seed. I give my baby everything he needs, everything he needs, everything he needs. I give my baby everything he needs. People, they treat me just so. People, they treat me just so. I'm never going back to bank, never no more, no more, never no more. I'm never going back to bank, never no more. Go down in bank, tell my boys. Go down in England, tell my boy what a time I'm at. Illinois, 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 what a time I'm at. Illinois. Thank you. So that's all we have for you today. We hope that you enjoyed our Juneteenth presentation
Thank you.
and
Thank
perhaps
you.
learned a few new things.
Yes, and we would also like to thank Joanna Matheson and Artisan Partnership for having us. And thank you all for listening. Thank you for being here. Happy Juneteenth.